So I rewatched my old game catalog video, and I thought it'd be an interesting idea to, I guess, do an update on it. I mean, it's been what, 3 years since I did that? No, more like 2, because it was June 2021. So it's been a while, but okay then. Yeah, just wanted to re-update everything. Cause why not? You know, nothing to do right now, so. I remember last time I didn't do consoles, which is something I want to do this time, just to, you know, remember everything, I guess. And I'm not gonna do Xbox stuff because I don't have that around currently, but I'm gonna do Nintendo and PlayStation stuff. Alright, let me just start with what I have on hand right now. So, currently, I have, I'm just gonna, hold on. Okay, so currently, I have a PSP and the PS Vita. I have this Vita for like ever. For at least like 10 years now, I think. I don't know. And then this PSP, it's been kind of buggy over the years. Like sometimes it just decides not to work, which is a little unfortunate. I had to replace the battery in it one time because it wasn't charging. And sometimes even now it'll just decide to not work sometimes, so it's a little unfortunate. In terms of PSP games, I don't have many. I gotta, oh shit, hold on. I'm gonna set the camera back like this for this one. I don't have many. I got Splinter Cell Essentials. I have not even booted this up, I don't think. I don't know why I bought this. I think this was the first one I ever got. Shit. Yeah, I think this was the first one I ever got, but I've never, like, actually played it. It's so hard finding a good angle for this. Like, I don't know what I should be doing. Yeah, this is, not really anything remarkable. I'm gonna go over these two, because there's two in here that I actually like and have at least tried. Metal Gear Acid. Pretty sure this is like a Metal Gear, like, tactics RPG type game. I played like 5 seconds of it and stopped because I didn't really feel like doing that. But I think that's what its deal is. I'm not entirely sure though. Then we got Final Fantasy, the PSP remake. I do have this on NES, but I think I got this like last year. I'm not entirely sure. I've also never played this. I've been trying to play the original, but like, it's just difficult to like actually do because of how they made games back then, but whatever. And then these two are actually pretty major for me. So I got Persona 2 Innocent Sin. This was, I think, 120. This game, hold on, I think I can actually check. Yeah, here we go. I have the receipt still in here, actually. Yeah, this was in August. Yeah, it was like 125 for the game. So yeah, this game doesn't work. I mean, like, it works, but like the load times are absolutely abysmal. Like, it took me like, I don't know, like 5 minutes to load into a fight one time. Like, I couldn't get past like the first, like, or like the second or third area, I think. It is just not functional. So I've been trying to play it on my Vita because it is much, it's much more powerful than the PSP. And the other one, I got this a while back, I think. Persona 3 Portable. This game, not as good as Fess, but, I don't know, it's fine. At least it works. Not something I can say for Persona 2. I really like the box art. It's kind of like a minor thing, but I thought it was just worth mentioning. It's just very, I don't know, good. I don't know how to describe it. It just looks good. Oh, I forgot. Also, Darkstalkers Chronicle. I got this at a game convention this summer. I think it was like the week before my birthday. It was Too Many Games. Because I'm pretty sure they hold it every year in Philadelphia at this one convention center. And so I went this year and I picked this up. I picked up a couple other things there too. I think I also picked up my fat PS2 from Too Many Games as well. So my Vita games, I guess I'm gonna go in reverse alphabetical order because that's just kind of the way the games are ordered. Wordle Final Fantasy, never booted it up, nothing too interesting to say. Virtual Tennis, it's a tennis game. Uncharted Golden Abyss, I don't know, it's an Uncharted game on the Vita, not really that crazy or good. A lot of these games I've had for a very long time, like Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3, Tearaway, Super Monkey Ball. Like, I've had these games since I was like 8, well, my dad had them, and then I kind of assumed ownership. So the only game that I've bought for Vita in the last like decade is Persona 4 Golden. It's not in here right now because I'm currently playing it. I'm trying to platinum it, but this game is amazing. Definitely recommend it, but it's on other consoles now, so the Vita version is not really needed to play the game, but it's still a nice little thing to have. And then Mortal Kombat and Hot Shots Golf. I mean, it's needless to say I haven't played I've at least booted up most of them, but I haven't played through any of them besides Persona 4 Golden. I used to play a ton of Marvel vs. Capcom 3 though when I was younger, but I don't usually play those kinds of games anymore. Well, not kinds of games. I still play the games, but not that much. Not as much as I did before. Let's see. What am I gonna do next? Oh, I'll do Game Boys next. Alright. I guess we'll start from the beginning. So I got the original Game Boy. I've had this for a while. Not really anything new. I think I've had this since 2020, and I've only had to change the batteries once. I played through the entirety of Pokemon Red on this. I had like 60 hours in Pokemon Red. Only ever had to change the batteries once. I mean, like, say what you want about the Game Boy, but the battery life is absolutely ridiculous. And then Game Boy Pocket. I actually don't have a back for this one. I don't know where that went, but I don't really use it that much anyway, so yeah, I don't know. It's a Game Boy Pocket. Nothing really too interesting. Probably the least interesting of the Game Boys. That was a weird voice crack. Game Boy Color. I got this one, I don't know how long ago I got this one. A while back. What the? Oh, it's just, okay. I thought something was, like, broken. And then my other Game Boy Color. This one, I put together myself. I got it from my stepdad, who, like, found it in his attic or whatever. And, so I threw a new shell on it. And I slaved away at it for, like, I don't know, a couple days. troubleshooting to finally get it backlit. So I have a backlit Game Boy Color. This is, when I'm playing a Game Boy or a Game Boy Color game, oh shit. When I play a Game Boy or a Game Boy Color game, this is what I use, because, wow, like, as much as I like old consoles, just the Game Boys not being backlit is ridiculous. Like, they did it for the Game Boy Light in Japan, and then they just never released it anywhere else. And it kind of just baffles me. But America never gets anything game-related, so it's not really too much of a shock. I mean, it's especially evident with Shin Megami Tensei, which has quickly become one of my favorite game series, just because of, I don't know, how good it is. Hold on. So then I have 3 Game Boy Advances. So this is the first one that I got. I bought this one from Game Junkie a while ago. It's a Game Boy Advance. Nothing too much to say about it. Probably reshelled. Actually, I'm pretty sure it is. All Game Boys from Game Junkie are reshelled, especially if they're in horrible condition. But I mean, you can see like this door is not the same red as the rest of the console. So maybe it isn't reshelled. Maybe it's just the battery door is different and the shell's original. I don't know. I guess I don't really know how to tell. I mean, these buttons definitely are not original, because I have some originals here. I mean, if you compare these, you can obviously tell the difference between the buttons. But I mean, it... Oh yeah, no, this is definitely reshell. Because, hold on, especially like the font on like Start and Select and like Power. It's a little hard to see on the purple one. I mean, it's also really hard to see on the red one, especially on camera, but it's there. It's actually not that bad. Yeah, I don't know. It's a reshell. I mean, the buttons are much better on the originals though. And speaking of originals, this one I also got from my stepdad. Found it in the same attic. This one is definitely an original. This door is not. I mean, you can obviously tell it's nowhere even near the same shade as the rest of the Game Boy, but otherwise it's original. And then the same goes for this one, but I got this one from my aunt. She had it in her basement, and it's unclear if I'm borrowing this or keeping it. I guess I'll find out eventually, but for now it is in my possession. And it's cool. It's a pink Game Boy. Not much to really say about it. And then, where are these in? Whatever, I'll figure it out later. Then I got the SP. This is a 101. This absolutely, like, sucks down battery life. But it's probably my preferred way of playing GBA games, especially with the non-backlit Game Boy Advances, and just with how weird the micro is. But this is a reshell. It's pretty blatantly a reshell. But I'm pretty sure this was originally a 101. They just reshelled it to be the Groudon one. I wish I did have an original Groudon one, because that would be really cool, or a Rayquaza one, but it doesn't really matter, as long as it's functional. I'm a very diehard collector, but, like, in terms of, like, reshells, I honestly don't mind that much, just because I feel like, unless it's, like, abysmally done, or something that was not originally a design, then I don't really care that much. Like, if it's like absolutely a ridiculous design that was never actually produced. Like, the Groudon one was originally produced OEM. It's just someone recreated it. I don't know. There's specific things that I just don't really care about. And then this thing. This thing's goofy. It is a novelty, to say the least. It's interesting for 5 seconds, and then you realize that it's just not good to play on. Like, it has a, where is it? It has a digital audio scaler, which just, like, it just doesn't work sometimes. But otherwise, it's a pretty fine. It's a little cramped, but, like, the buttons are satisfying. It's, like, that's all I can really say about it. It's fine. It's backlit. So that's definitely something, but, like, I don't know. There's not much merit to actually owning one of these unless you just really want to have, like, a complete Game Boy collection. Which is something that I wanted. I actually got this in box original. It's up there on my shelf. I'll get to that eventually. But yeah, it's a novelty, but that's really as much as I can say about it. I wouldn't recommend it to anyone who's not a collector, because there's just, like, really not much to it in general. I gotta get more storage space for stuff like this, because most of the time I just have stuff just sitting around in my drawer. Like, hold on, let me just, like, pan over to this real quick. Like, look at this organization here. It's really bad, but I make do. It's better than it was before. I had, like, one shelf in my closet, and I just crammed everything in there. I mean, this works for now. Eventually, I'd like to have something better, but I don't know. Whatever works. So, I think I'll do... Did I really never put... What the hell? Was that... How has it always been there? I'm just realizing now that, like, I never... There's, like, an extra space in my cartridge holder. Hold on. Alright, there we go. So, I guess we'll just start from the top and go down. So, with Game Boy games, I have 4 that I kind of just, like, have here. A lot of these are from mixed areas. Like, I got some from my aunt. I got some. I just bought some. Yes. Oh. So I got Kicks. I actually don't know how you're supposed to pronounce this, but I think it's Kicks. I honestly could not tell you how to play this game. I booted it up. None of the buttons did anything, and I lost. And I'm too lazy to Google it. Plus, I don't really care that much. So, Game & Watch Gallery. Haven't played this. Got it from my aunt. Tetris Attack. You haven't played this. Also got it from my aunt. It's probably just Tetris. My version of Tetris. Baseball. I bought this because Mario was in it, and it was funny. Why is it so out of... Is it out of focus, or am I stupid? Okay, there we go. Yeah. Were all of those out of focus? Whatever. It doesn't even matter anyway. Those games are not really that important. But yeah, baseball. Now, down to the important games. I have 5 out of the 6 Game Boy Pokemon games. I guess technically I have 5 out of 5 Game Boy ones, because Crystal was color exclusive. So I got red. Goddamn. Blue. Yellow. I got that from my aunt. Gold. This is mine. And then silver, which I also got from my aunt. I have some other ones up there. Except for yellow and silver, I bought all of those. The ones I got from my aunt were in mint condition, because she had kept it in their cases for so long that it just never got worn down. So the labels are absolutely perfect. I mean, it is genuinely, like, impressive how it made. Like look at this yellow. Like, it is absolutely perfect. Like, I haven't ever seen a Game Boy cartridge. I mean, it's also been worn down a little bit. Like, you can see, like, up here. I don't know if it's visible on camera, but you can see up there. It's like it's a little bit of wear. There's definitely stuff there, but, like, damn, these are in really good condition. And some other minor original Game Boy games. What is this? Oh, all right. Because there's one really big one in here that I'm very happy to own. So I got Super Mario Land, which is actually complete. I have the box up there. I got this a while back. Alleyway, it's just Breakout. Link's Awakening, it's a Zelda game, whatever. Now this game is actually, this one is actually interesting. This is Tetris. I got this from my aunt. On the back, it's actually my dad's original copy from when he was a kid, because he had a Game Boy. He tossed his Game Boy out years ago. He's actually fairly more recent than I thought it was, because it was right before I actually got into collecting old games, and he was like, "Oh, if I just had like kept my Game Boy, you wouldn't have had to like buy one. You could have had like my Game Boy." So I missed out on having most of my dad's stuff, but I do have his copy of Tetris, which is pretty cool. And then also Donkey Kong Land 2 for my aunt. Yeah, that's pretty much it though. For the Game Boy stuff anyway. Because then I have the Game Boy Color Cross stuff. I know that Gold and Silver were both, but ignore that. So I got Conker's Pocket Tales, which I actually did not know they made. Conker's Bad Fur Day for N64 is ridiculously expensive, so I have not really gotten into Conker games, I guess, because apparently there are more than one. I know there's also like Live and Reloaded, but that's just a remake. I don't really count that as a different one. And then Pac-Man Special Color Edition. I'm pretty sure it's just Pac-Man, but I haven't really played it. And then this one is a pretty amazing one. I just got this for Christmas. This is Revelations: The Demon Slayer. It is a Shin Megami Tensei game. This thing was like $120. But it's just so cool to have. So this was the English re-release of, I think it was just called Last Bible, or like no, not Revelations, Last Bible. I think it was just Last Bible. And then Last Bible 2 never got an English re-release. But this was like a revamped version of it. So it's technically not the original game, but it's the original game's story and general premise. Which is cool. I don't know. I also ordered, recently I ordered, what was it? Devil Children Black Book, which is just another Game Boy Shin Megami Tensei game. Nothing really too crazy. And then I got Wario Land 3 and Legend of Zelda Oracle of Ages. I have not played Wario Land 3, and I got stuck in the beginning part of Oracle of Ages, and I just never really bothered to put in the effort to get out, so that's kind of just at the point I am at in that game. Then we got the GBA games. Just pop these out. All right. Let's see. I'll start with the not as cool ones. So we got Super Mario Advance. I got this from my aunt. Then Final Fantasy Tactics Advance. Link to the Past 4 Swords. It's actually the only way I've ever played the entirety of 4 Swords, or not 4 Swords. Link to the Past. I tried out 4 Swords with my sister. It was fine. It wasn't really anything crazy. 4 Swords Adventures is a much better game. And then we got Minish Cap. This game is amazing. This, honestly, it's very short, but there's just like something about it that just like, I don't know. It's just cute. It's fun. It's interesting. It's different from the other games. Yeah, that's pretty much, oh shit. And then I got, these are the more interesting ones. So obviously I got the Pokemon games. You gotta get the Pokemon games. I got Leaf Green. I played this a while back. I remember I stayed up like all night one night just playing this game. And then I sold it. That was years ago. I don't know why I sold it. Oh no, I do know why I sold it. It was a repro copy. This is a legit copy. It's like impossible to see in person and probably even more impossible on camera, but it does have the little engravings on it. So yeah, this game is fun. I still haven't played through it again because I just don't have the patience to, but it's a good game. Definitely in the golden era of Pokemon. And then another green Pokemon game, Pokemon Emerald. This game is ridiculously expensive for no reason. There kind of is a reason, but even still, like, Pokemon games should not be as expensive as they are. Well, the old ones, anyway. This game, probably the best Pokemon game they ever made. And I will stand by that fact forever. Just because it still had the difficulty, but, like, it wasn't, like, hair-pullingly difficult. Like, the Elite Four was pretty difficult, but it was still a really fun game. And just the novelty of having it on a Game Boy Advance, I feel like makes it better because I just feel like it's just more interesting that way. I really hope I'm holding these games right because I genuinely cannot see. I can kind of see like little glimpses of it, but the majority of the screen is covered up. So I hope this works out. I swear to God, if I check this video later and it just doesn't look any good at all, I'm gonna be mad. But yeah, that is my Game Boy collect. Oh wait, no, I forgot. The last one is Golden Sun. Now this game is pretty fun. I've played a little bit of it. I haven't gone all the way through it just because I have other games I want to play. But so far, my experience with it is pretty good. And it's actually CIB. I have the box and the manual up on my shelf, my shrine. Yeah. This is pretty much all I have to say about it. It was just interesting to me because it's my only CIB GBA game. So now I guess I'll do DS and 3DS because they're basically the same thing. Okay. So 3DSs right now are ridiculously expensive for some reason. I mean, it was one of the most popular Nintendo consoles in general. I mean, it's just the Pokemon. Like 3DS has got the Pokemon treatment. Like, there are probably more copies of Pokemon than any other Nintendo game, but, like, Pokemon is still so expensive. So I guess it's just, like, people really want 3DSs right now, and so, the game is absolutely ridiculous. Or, sorry, the prices are ridiculous. So, first, I got this original DS. I got this is my first DS. It was my first DS, but not my first 3DS. I got this a while back. I think it was like Thanksgiving, like around Thanksgiving. This one is, I don't know, it's just like, it sucks really bad. Like, it just like, it's not the best, like, it feels so weird. Like, the buttons are satisfying, but like, the actual, God fucking damn it. The actual grip is so weird that, like, I can't really recommend it to anyone who's not a collector. But there's just something about it that I like. Like, it's just cute. I don't know how to describe it. It's just, there is something about it that is just not found in the other ones, and I don't know what it is. And then this one, I'd say I'd probably recommend this more for people who are not collectors but still want to play GBA and DS games because, you know, it can do both and it's better than the original. What do I have in here? Oh, Pokemon Ranger. Cool. Yeah, I mean, it's a good console. It's solid. But in terms, honestly, I don't use this that much, actually, because, like, if I'm playing GBA games, I use my SP, and if I'm playing DS games, I use my DSi. Because this thing is just like, if you're playing DS games, this thing is just better. I mean, it has better resolution, like a little bit. It has a better UI. You can kind of mod it. Like, it's not the best modding. I was a little disappointed at how few options there were for modding, but I do have a modded SD card in here. Yeah. But also the buttons are just more satisfying. They clack more. They itch my brain. I mean, obviously it can't do GBA, which I don't know why they got rid of it. I'm pretty sure they said it was like for, I don't know, portability or something. I forget why. It was a stupid reason though. They had no reason to get rid of it. And then moving on, we got the 3DSs. This one was originally my sister's, but she doesn't really give a shit about gaming besides Animal Crossing on her Switch. So it is mine now. And this is my main DS for modding. So this thing is absolutely modded to oblivion. And if anyone, it's pretty much at the point where it can't go back. This can never be a normal 3DS again. This will forever be modded. Because, like, even beyond the SD card, the actual hardware on the thing is just absolutely annihilated. I mean, obviously it still works, but it crashes pretty often. But, like, it's also just because I like breaking games. Because breaking boundaries is fun. And then my preferred way to play 3DS games, just because it's not absolutely destroyed, is the original 3DS. Like the original DS, there's just something about this that just feels better. Like, even though, like, the resolution on the 2DS, I mean, like, obviously, I use this more also just because it's not modded to hell, but solely because, like, if we're just talking about, like, performance outside of being modded, most people probably use the 2DS XL, but I honestly just prefer this, because it just, there's something about it, man. Just feels better. Feels more crisp. I don't know. Just does. Can't really explain it. And then, oh my god. The games are over here. Hold on. I don't know if I want to... I'll just bring them all over. So I don't have to show you the messiness of my room. Hold on. Alright. So, my DS collection. I recently got one new edition. Yesterday, actually. Shit. I guess I'll start with the Mario stuff. So I got Mario Party DS, New Super Mario Bros. This is one of the first games I got for DS, actually. Mario Kart DS and Mario and Luigi Partners in Time. Nothing too remarkable. Mario Kart DS is fun, but that's about it, really. And then Phantom Hourglass, Zelda Phantom Hourglass, and Zelda Spirit Tracks. I've played the battle modes of each of these with my sister, and I gotta say, honestly, like, the Phantom Hourglass battle mode is really fun for no reason. Like, I don't know why they decided to make it as fun as they did, but it is really good. It is a really good battle mode. So, I don't know. Then I got Animal Crossing Wild World. This is what I got yesterday. I have not gotten the chance to play it yet. Oh, God. Dude. Why is this thing so... Damn. Yeah, it's complete. I don't know. It's an interesting little thing. I honestly kind of look forward to seeing how this thing actually plays, because the DS is very restricting with the the D-pad movements. Like, a lot of games, like, I mean, Zelda kind of got around it by using the, and maybe it will just use the stylus, like, because that's what Zelda did. Because that, like, you can't really make, wait, no, you could totally make a 2D Zelda game. There have been tons of 2D Zelda games. So I don't know what they're going to do with Animal Crossing, because I don't think you can make it a 2D Animal Crossing game. It just wouldn't work. But I'll find out eventually. And then, as I showed before, by accident, Pokemon Ranger, and then Pokemon Ranger Shadows of Almia. Actually learned about this game from a Jaden video, Jaden Animations. It looked hilarious, so I wanted to try it out. I have not gotten the chance to, like, really play through this game. Dude, all these cases are so fucking difficult to open. I don't understand. It's making me feel weak. Maybe I am just weak. I don't know. And then, so, Pokemon Mystery Dungeon Explorers of Sky. This thing is ridiculously expensive for no reason. This and Soul Silver are just absolutely, they're so expensive for zero reason. I mean, like, I kind of get it, because these games were not as successful as other ones, but, like, dude, like, these were $250. Why are these games $250? Like, I don't understand. And then Diamond and Pearl, because why not? Don't have Platinum though, just because we haven't really been too on Pokemon recently, and usually, like, Christmas and birthdays are the times where I get, like, my heavy hitting games. Like, that's when I got Explorers of Sky and Soul Silver was for Christmas last year, I think. So yeah, if I get hot on Pokemon next year, you might see, or I guess in the years to come, you might see Platinum and some of the other more expensive ones show up in my collection. Maybe Hard Gold. And these two are really cool. So I got Shin Megami Tensei Devil Survivor and Devil Survivor 2. I've almost played through the entirety of Devil Survivor. I'm on the 6th day before whatever the second bell fight is. I just like the game is just not fun anymore. Like, the combat is just weird. Like, I get that it's just a grind fest. Like, I've probably spent more time just grinding XP than anything else in this fucking game. Like, it takes so long to level up, and then, like, even at some points, like, especially for your party members, if you want them to learn any useful skills, like, learning skills in this game, you have to first crack them from enemies. So you just have to randomly RNG yourself to find an enemy that has a skill that you want. Then you have to kill that enemy with a specific character. I mean, it could be with another character too, I guess. And that's what I've been doing more recently in this game, because I actually didn't know. Wait, no. Sorry, I need to specify. Before, I thought you had to kill it with the character that, like, you wanted the skill to be on. Like, if you assign a character to crack a certain skill, you have to beat that enemy with that person. What I meant to say was, like, what I realized was you didn't have to kill it with the person that you want the skill to be on. You could just kill him with a random person, whoever can take down that enemy the best, and still transfer to other people. But if you want to transfer it to other people, they need to have a specific stats. But if it's not the main character, you don't get to choose their stats. Like, as they level up, it'll just, like, randomly. I mean, obviously, it's probably not random, because it's probably set, but, like, it won't always upgrade the skill the skill that you want, the stat that you want. So I'm at a point in the game where I just have to keep grinding low level enemies to get to the point where I can get any kind of useful skill. Just because, like, the enemies are so easy. Like, the encounters that aren't boss fights are so easy, but then you'll do a boss fight, and you just get your ass absolutely kicked. Like, it took me so long to do the first, no, not the first, oh no, it did take me a long time to do the first bell fight, but really it was the fight, with Keisuke and whoever his like guardian demon deity guy was, who he was like, because he was running around like judging people. That fight took me a long time. Because at a point I just get fed up and I'm like, you know what, fuck you. I'm not grinding anymore. I don't have the mental fortitude to grind for another like 30 goddamn hours just to beat this one fight comfortably. So I eventually get to a point where I'm just playing the same fight over and over and over again, hoping that one day I'll just magically get the right combination of moves and win, which is usually what happens, but dude, it just takes forever. It is a grind fest. And that's probably the biggest reason why I can't like get through the game, because it's so much grinding. Oh my god. Alright, Pokemon, more Pokemon, Alpha Sapphire, X, Y, Sun, Moon. It's Pokemon. Honestly, like, especially in, like, the later games, there's not really much craziness going on. It's just Pokemon again and again and again and again. I don't really have much to say about those. Pokemon Moon, this is actually my original copy of Pokemon Moon. Oh, and Y, I think. Oh, yeah, this is, because this is the copy that got ran over by my mom when I was, like, 10 or 11 or something. I forget exactly when I got... No, I was, like, 9. Yeah, when I was, like, 9, my mom ran over this with, I don't know why the cartridge was just out, but she ran over the cartridge with her car, and so now it's all, like, scarred up. I don't know how in focus it is, but you can kind of see it. It's much easier to see in person. And then, let's see what else. We got, Super Mario 3D Land. Have not played that. Resident Evil Revelations. I forgot this was in here. So, yeah, this one, I recently got this, but, I specifically wanted to get the copy with, the misprint copy. I don't know if that's visible, but it says Resident Evil Revelations, which I think is funny. Eventually they corrected it, and so the copies with the misprints are a little more expensive because they're more desirable for like collectors and stuff. But I don't know. I was willing to dish out like $10 more to get the goofy copy, because why wouldn't I? Link Between Worlds. I have not played this. Apparently it's good. I mean, I got the handheld game of the year for 2012, 2013. So it's gotta be good. Tamagotchi Life and Super Street Fighter 4 3D Edition. Tamagotchi Life is Tamagotchi Life. Like, I don't know. It's basically default 3DS game. When people think of 3DS, they think of, like, I don't know, like Pokemon and Tamagotchi Life. And then the Super Street Fighter 4 3D Edition, which, like, dude, Street Fighter games, older Street Fighter games had the most... I guess 3DS isn't older, but this game came out, like, 13 years ago. Damn. You know, like, Street Fighter wasn't older, or this specific one, but, like, you know, the older ones had such long-ass names. Like, only with 5, they stopped doing, like, Super Ultimate Giga Street Fighter 18.25 3D Turbo Ultra Smash Edition. It's like, dude, stop with the words. And this one, I also recently got Persona Q. I started this game. I have not played more of it. It's fun. It uses the battle style of 1 and 2, where it's like you organize your party into like a grid. It's a little different because they put like a modernized spin on it, but it's generally the same concept. But I played this, and at least at the beginning of it, and dude, it takes so long to meet up with the other group, because it's supposed to be Persona 3 and 4, the cast of Persona 3 and 4 coming together, and like obviously they do eventually, but like it takes a while for them to come back. Like, I haven't finished the first dungeon. I'm like mostly through it, but I haven't actually finished it yet, so maybe I just gotta get through the first dungeon Though, I mean, like, I feel like usually I'm the type of person who will get through a dungeon really fast. Because I feel like the way you're supposed to play the game is, or really most Persona and SMT games is like, you go in and then you lose most of your SP or your MP or whatever they call it in that specific game. Then you gotta like go and wait, come back later. But I'm the type of person where I run out of SP and I'll just like keep going with only basic attacks until like half my party is dead and I like literally cannot continue anymore. Which probably is not a great way to do it, especially when there's no like autosave or quick save that you can do just like randomly, because you can only save when you're in like the main menu outside of dungeons. So it's not the best idea, but like, I don't know. I'd rather do that because I'm lazy as hell. And then, yeah, I don't know. The game's kind of boring, I'm not gonna lie, but maybe I just need to play more of it. So over here I got my, poster collection on my wall. It's been pretty much unchanged like the last year or two. I don't actually know the last time I added anything to this. I've rearranged it because stuff keeps falling, but yeah, I just got this Nirvana poster. It's not really game related, but I think it's cool. So here I got my PS5 and some figures I'm moving to my mom's house. It's a PS5. I don't know. So this is kind of just here for no reason, because I don't really have a place for it. This is a limited edition Japanese Tales of Symphonia GameCube that I got from my grandpa. I think it's for my birthday. I'm not entirely sure, honestly. This thing is expensive as hell, so I don't have any of the controllers or like the cables for it. Like just this GameCube was, I don't know, $200, $300. But it does come with a Game Boy player, which is not region locked, even though the actual GameCube is. But I don't have a GameCube player disc, or Game Boy player disc, so I'll have to get one of those eventually. But, I don't know, that's there. And then I got my PS5 games. Devil May Cry 5, God of War Ragnarok. I still have not finished God of War Ragnarok. I should. Same with Horizon Forbidden West, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart. Have not played 4 Village. Soul Hackers 2. This one, I'm excited to eventually get to this, because it is another Shin Megami Tensei game. Dude, I fucking love Shin Megami Tensei. It's probably become my favorite game series of all time. Because, my favorite game is, a Shin Megami Tensei game. But I'll talk about that in a little bit. Spider-Man Miles Morales, I finished that. That's probably the only one on this shelf that I've actually finished. And then Final Fantasy 16, which I recently got from my friend Sam. Back here, yeah. Super Smash Bros. Wii U. Yeah, and then we got Scribblenauts, Super Mario Maker, Smash Bros. Like I just said, Mario Kart 8. I don't know why this isn't here. Wii Fit Plus, Hyrule Warriors, and Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Not much to say about a lot of this. I mean, I've played the original Resident Evil 4, but, like, I'll talk about that too, so, or later on, I mean, so, I don't know, not really much to say about that stuff. And then I got my, my Wii. I have another Wii in my mom's, but this is, just a second one I picked up from, like, a garage sale a couple years ago. Got my Wii U. Then I got, my Switch games. I have a lot more now. I have a bunch of Pokemon games. This I just picked up actually a couple hours ago. This was sealed. Shin Megami Tensei 5 Steelbook Edition. And it's kind of a minor detail, but this spine. Hold on, let me get it to focus. I like the font on this spine. It's very sleek. Okay, it's not focusing. All right, whatever. And then we have the shrine. So I have Shin Megami Tensei Digital Devil Saga deluxe box set up there. I don't actually have the deluxe box set. It's just, I bought it from Game Junkie, and that's just what it came in for some reason. So I guess somebody bought the box set, but didn't include the box set. So whatever. And then I got a bunch of my figures. Those are the two of the mint condition games they got from my aunt. Then I got a Japanese Famicom Mini Mario game, which I think is really interesting. I got the Zelda Game & Watch. I have this this Street Fighter 2 like mini arcade cabinet that I got from my uncle for my birthday, I think last year. A bunch of other stuff too. Oh yeah, there's the box for the Game Boy Micro. A bunch of other random crap that I just have up here. Nothing really too crazy cool besides those few things. Oh, and the boxes for Golden Sun and Mario Land. Oh, but yeah, that's about it. So in here I got Xbox, bunch of movies, Cyberpunk sleeve. Nothing too insane in here. But over here, and I just got this yesterday from my paternal grandmother. It is a Super Famicom in box, mint condition. I don't want to take this out now, but this is really cool. Well, I'll pop the top off just for a quick peek at it. I mean, it's in amazing condition. I was very surprised to see how good it was. But I just ordered. It came with 3 games. It was like I forget what it was. It was Donkey Kong Country, Mario Kart, and I think it was Kirby's Dream Course, which is like a Kirby golf game where Kirby is the golf ball. It was strange. I played like 5 minutes of it, and then my sister got us killed, so I never played it again. My dog. Then down here, this is where most of my stuff is. Well, most of my PlayStation and Nintendo stuff is anyway. So I'm actually gonna work backwards with this one. Persona 4 Arena Ultimax is here. I booted it up earlier and then just never played it. So I got my my PlayStation 3 here, original. Hold on. Alright, and then I got this is my PS2 Slim. I used it for a long time. And then I got my fat PS2, and then I just never used it. So that's kind of stuck in the drawer for the foreseeable future. Then I got my PS4, my VR. Had that for a long time as well. Over here I got my games. Just stick this back in here. So yeah, my PS3 games are there. I don't know, any that stand out, like Catherine and Persona 4 probably, just because. Oh, Revelations 2 is in here? Resident Evil Revelations 2? I don't know. Nothing too crazy. Operation Raccoon City as well. I haven't had the chance to play many of these, besides Last of Us and Uncharted 1 and 3, which is up there. Yeah, nothing really. Oh, I played God of War 3, but nothing about these games are really that crazy. And then PS4 games, all the usual suspects. Persona 2, Resident Evil 2. Probably one of my favorites of all time, just because of how replayable it is. Like, I've played this game at least 8 times. I have not platinumed it, but I am slowly getting there. And then Persona. The Persona 5 trio. I don't know how to dancing and Dancing in Starlight, I think. Yeah, I don't have Dancing in Starlight, but that game sucks ass anyway, so... Yeah, I have the original on here. I originally started with this back in, like, 2020, I think. And then I learned that Royal existed, and so I stopped playing so I could start playing with Royal again. And a couple years later, I picked up Royal. This is what really got me into not Persona. Well, I mean Persona, but like also generally Shin Megami Tensei as a series. Looking back on it, I have platinumed it, by the way. So I've definitely put in my time. Looking back on it, Persona 5, it's a good game to get into the series with, but like honestly, it is probably my third favorite in the series, just because like the characters aren't really likable. Like all the characters aren't really likable. Like the main character is just like the classic, like, oh, I'm so cool and I can't do any wrong ever, and I just win everything always. And it's like, that's just such a boring archetype of a character. Like, why does, like, the character that has zero flaws whatsoever is just so boring, but people worship him like he's like the best character in the series because people don't like looking at their flaws or something. I don't know. But it's just so fucking boring. Like, the concept is really cool. Like, the concept of like you know, fighting for social justice or whatever is like a really cool concept. But like the way that it was executed, all the characters just kind of suck. Like I'm not gonna lie. Like they just not fun. And the main group of people don't really feel like friends. That's probably the thing that carries Persona 4 for me. Besides, I mean, well, not carries it. I mean, it's the best thing about it. But there's like other things about it that's good. But like the major thing about what I like about Persona 4 and like even Persona 3 is that the main cast feel like friends. Like, you feel like you're really in a real friend group. Whereas Persona 5, the only thing that links all of them together, aside from, like, a couple of them, is the main character. So, like when was the last time that Haru had a conversation with Yosuke? With Yusuke? Like, never. They never talk. Outside of, like, group conversations with the main character in it. Whereas in, like, Persona 4 and in Persona 3, the characters all have moments with each other. And, like especially, you know, like that Persona 3, like you have like Yukari and Mitsuru, which is a really big important relationship in the, you know, the late game. What is it? Ken and Shinjiro, which they did even better in the anime, or like movie. I mean, it's still anime, but like it's not really like traditional anime. But like they did it even better, and it was still good in the game. It was a little underwhelming, but like I liked what they were going for, but like I said, they did it a lot better in the anime. And just like generally, like the cast of Persona 4 are all friends. Like they really feel like friends. Like everyone talks to each other, everyone hangs out with each other. Like they all feel like real friends. Persona 5, there's none of that. And the characters just generally suck too. Like the best characters in the game are the characters that aren't even in the main cast. And that is just probably like telling of how boring the characters in Persona 5 are. So like it's good to get into the series with, but I would not, honestly, especially with Persona 3 Reload coming out, I would not recommend it to people starting the series anymore. And then also Persona 5 Strikers, haven't played it yet. I've heard it's fine. Oh, voice crack. I've heard it's fine, but whatever. Bunch of other PS4 games. Oh, and then I have a PS3 I got from my dad's friend. I don't really have... Oh, shit. I fucked with the... Okay. I don't really have anywhere to put it. So, that's kind of just been there. Oh, controllers. Oh, and in here, I have soundtracks and the demo disc for Dreamcast. So, yeah, I have the soundtracks for Persona 3 and Persona 4 in here. So, that's cool. I can't get the song in my head. So then over here, actually, I'm gonna start with the consoles. So, I got this huge 36-inch TV from some guy on Craigslist for free. My dad's been talking about getting rid of it and downgrading to a 27-inch, but that's really hard to, like, come by. So, I don't know. It might be going, it might be staying. Only time can tell. So down here, I have my NES, my SNES, N64, PS1, GameCube, Dreamcast, and PS2. My child, the PS2. I love the PS2. It's probably my favorite console of all time, especially because of the games that are on it. But I'll get to that in a little bit. I'll have a lot to say about the PS2. So, really, my dad and I's collection of NES games it's just monstrous. Like, we constantly pick up new copies. I'm pretty much almost done with this. Like, I recently got to. Okay, I recently got 2 new games. And that was one of them. Street Fighter 2010. And then also I got Snake's Revenge, which is one of the first Metal Gear games. I also have Metal Gear somewhere in here. Where is it? Here's Metal Gear. I think it's interesting how the games started on NES. I haven't gotten the chance to play them, but... And then, so I got my Super Famicom games. I also ordered... I think I might have said it before, I don't actually remember, but I ordered Shin Megami Tensei, the first one, so that'll be coming soon-ish. Oh, looks like I got Yoshi, too. Hold on, let me put these back. Something I think is funny is that since I made that video, like 2.5 years ago, I've only bought one extra SNES game, Donkey Kong Country, and I haven't bought any new N64 games. These are the same games I had back then. Because I just don't really care that much about those consoles, I guess. Then I got my GameCube collection. A lot of these were from my uncle, because he found a bunch of them in his attic. So yeah, this is Four Swords Adventures, Zelda Four Swords Adventures. And the rest of them are not really that crazy. Let's see, is there anything... Oh, I got the Resident Evil games in here. Resident Evil 0, Resident Evil 4. I just got this recently, and I also got, Beautiful Joe Rumble recently. Resident Evil 4 is, I don't know, it's a good game. I said I was going to talk about it earlier, but honestly, now that I think about it, I don't really have much to say about it. It's a good game. I recommend it to people. It's a good way to get into the series, especially now with the remake out. But I don't know. Now that I think about it, I don't really have a lot to say about it. But Metal Gear Solid, the Twin Snakes, is an interesting game because it is one of the few games on the platform where I don't know, it's kind of hard to see here, but the paint on the discs was so thick that it cracks. So on both of the discs, it's actually visible. I thought it was like part of the original design, but no, it's just something that happens. I'm pretty sure it's also, it also happens with Skies of Arcadia, I think it's called. I don't actually remember, but it's some other games that have like really thick paint, and the discs crack. Not really anything crazy. It doesn't like make the game unplayable, but it's just a fun little fact. Also, Super Monkey Ball is apparently sponsored by Dole, which I found out when I started playing that, which is kind of interesting. So then I have my my Dreamcast games. I got Shenmue. This is the only one I've actually bought because when I got my Dreamcast, it was a birthday present from my dad, and it came with all these games plus that that demo disc I had before. I showed before. Yeah, I got this. This is the one I've actually bought. Street Fighter 3 Double Impact. It's honestly a really fun game, and I play it whenever my my little cousin comes over. She's like 7, I think. We play it because you can adjust how strong each person is. So I just make her really overpowered and make me really weak. So she usually beats me, but it's fun introducing games to her in general. The other thing I really don't like about this game is that it forces you to use the analog stick. And this game is 2D. So why would it make you use the analog stick? Because shit. Yeah, why would it make you use the analog stick? Like, it's just so, it feels so, like, eventually get used to it, but, like, at first it felt so weird. It felt so wrong. So then I got my PS1 games, Shadow Blade, Final Fantasy games. I just can't get into the older Final Fantasies, I'm not gonna lie. Just because the combat is so goofy that I just can't do it. I really just can't. Metal Gear Solid, Grand Theft Auto, Resident Evil Trio, Silent Hill. I really want to get into this series, but, like, I don't know, I just haven't gotten around to it. Also, they're so expensive. It's crazy how expensive Silent Hill games are. Then we got this one, Street Fighter Alpha Warrior's Dreams. I just got this for Christmas from my dad, and it is such a cool little game, especially with, like, the packaging that it comes in. This is how it originally released. Like, this isn't, like, a special edition. Like, this is just how the game was. I have no idea why they decided that was the way this game should be packaged, but, like, this is really cool to have in my collection, and it's so tall, like, you know, put it back in its place. Like, it is so tall that I had to adjust my shelves to fit it. This is a bad example of the height, because this shelf is the only, like, really tall one. It's like, look, this game in this one has a very comfortable amount of room, actually. Up here it's much tighter. I should probably just, well, it wouldn't matter anyway, because, like, this one, I wouldn't be able to fit anything on those shelves if I, you know, whatever. Then Tomb Raider 2, Tomb Raider 3. And I got some random PS2 games. Dirge of Cerberus I got at that same convention that I got Darkstalkers at. Which apparently is a continuation of Final Fantasy VII. I started playing Final Fantasy VII Remake, because I did want to, like, experience Final Fantasy VII without having to play the original, just because, like I said before, like, the combat is awful. I haven't gotten into it too much, but it was fun. The little bit that I played of it was really fun. And now, up here, I am going to have a lot to say about this, because this is my gold mine. Probably the my favorite aspects of my collection is my Shin Megami Tensei Persona 2 collection. Whoa, okay. Alright. So, something that I learned after buying all these titles, well, not all of them, but is that these three games got re-releases, like modern re-releases on PS2. And like, I'll just take the original Persona 3 for example, which this game I got for Christmas from my mom, and I am, like, genuinely, I love this. Like, I almost, like, cried. Like, this is, like, it was sealed too, and I'll get to Persona 3 in a second, but Persona 3 is my favorite game of all time. So I was so excited to have this. But let me just compare the cases real quick. This is difficult to open. Yeah. Alright, it's my PS2, but that doesn't matter. So if you look at the cases, how's a memory card holder? This does not have a memory card holder. The only games, now it's like some original PS2 cases do come like this, but those cases are only cases that come with 2 discs. So, like, this, I'm honestly, I'm pretty sure this is a re-release. I have a guy who knows a lot more about this stuff than me, about the re-releases, I mean. And he told me that this was not one of the re-releases, because this one did come with the soundtrack, so it had 2 discs, so it had the missing memory card slot. That's what you can also tell, like, this, but this, like, symbol is much smaller than this one. So I'm pretty sure this is a re-release, but it also might not be. I'm honestly not entirely sure. Like, it feels like it is, but I was told it was not, and I'm not sure what to think. But like my point is that the cases that come with 2 discs are the only ones that are supposed to look like that. But I guess for the releases, they decided that they weren't going to do that. So Persona 3 FES and Nocturne, both of my copies of them, are fake. Well, they're not fake because they were produced by Atlas, but like not originals. I mean, I started Nocturne. It's fun so far. It's hard as hell, but I have not finished it. I've also not really played that much of Persona 4, but Persona 3 FES, I played like 100 hours of this game, and oh my god. This is my favorite game of all time. This game is like astoundingly amazing. And I'm so glad that Reload is coming out, and they're going to include, they're not going to have the answer. I actually haven't played the answer just because I don't know. I just can't like get into it, I guess, because it's all combat. It's like the entirety of the answer is just combat. Like I just can't get down with that, you know. But even still, Persona 3 Reload is gonna have like the ICUS social link, which got added in Persona 3 FES, and it's also gonna have some like side stories with the male party members, so you couldn't like have a social link with until the female route of Persona 3 Portable, which is kind of bullshit, but whatever. I kind of wish they did add them in as like extra social links, or just included the female protagonist. Like they could have just done that. Like, it wouldn't have been that hard. But I don't know. It's a good game, and I'm glad that Reload is coming out so people can really experience the best Persona 3 experience, because they did re-release what was it? Portable. They released Portable, but that wasn't really that good. Especially I already was not a fan of Portable, but the re-release was even worse. Like, dude, anyone who plays, I sincerely hope that there's no one in the world that played Portable and I was like, man, this game sucks, because they did it so dirty. In general, not like Portable was bad because it removed all the emotional tension from not emotional tension, like it removed all the it removed all the emotion from the game, because it's all just like, it's basically just what is it called, like a visual novel, but like even beyond that, like the re-release even butchered that somehow, because I mean, like, well, not really somehow, because they just ported it. It wasn't even like it wasn't even like a remake of Portable. It was literally just like taking the sprites and like backdrops from Portable and just like bring it into the modern consoles, which the sprites and backgrounds on Portable was meant for the PSP, which couldn't even run the pixelated Persona 2. So porting those sprites just looked absolutely horrible. Like, I don't know what they were thinking, but I'm glad they're doing the right thing with Persona 3 Reload, finally doing some justice to Persona 3. Here, I have Digital Devil Saga and Digital Devil Saga 2. This is what I bought from Game Junkie that came with the sleeve for like the deluxe set. And I'm not sure why, because it just came with the 2 games, because the deluxe set is only supposed to have 1, but this one came with both, so I don't know what's going on with that. I have not played these games yet, but I've heard they are very good, and the music is still developed by Shoji Meguro, who does the Persona music, which Persona music is so fire. Like, it's actually so good. But Shoji Meguro apparently did the Digital Devil Saga music as well, which, like, most of the Persona stuff, it has a little deviation, like, you know, like Persona 5 is more like jazzy, Persona 3 is a little heavier on like the rock and rap elements, but like most of the time they're more like pop sounding, whereas apparently this is mostly metal, kind of similar to Nocturne, except Nocturne was weird. Like, the music sounds so, like, faded. Like, if you ever play music, it's like imagine you're playing music through a phone. Like you're on a phone call and someone's playing music in the background. That's, like, what it sounds like. It's so muffled and, like, weird. And, like, I've heard some people say that, like, adds to the experience or whatever, but, like, I kind of just can't deal with it. Like, the music is really good, but it's just the way that you hear it is not that great. So I'm hoping they did it justice with the remake, but oh whoops, I'm holding the camera wrong. I'm hoping they did it justice with the remake, but I'm not really gonna bother to play that. And this was, besides Persona 3, this was the most recent addition to my Shin Megami Tensei collection, and I'm so happy with this. Like, it is genuinely, like, I'm very excited to play this. I honestly might just, like, pop this open and start playing it after I finish this video, honestly, just because this game is so cool. Like, it has, like, a fake in-universe newspaper clipping in the manual. This game is really expensive, but I've heard it's pretty good. And also takes place in the same universe as Persona. Because not all of not all of the Shin Megami Tensei games take place in the same universe. There are a lot of people who are, like, who try to say, like, it takes place in, like, an interconnected multiverse, and it's like, if you look at some of the drawings that these people make of, like, the games they think are interconnected, like, it's just like fan speculation, and it's absolutely nothing beyond that. There's, like, barely any actual evidence in those theories to suggest that the games are in an interconnected multiverse and all affect each other. I mean, well, I'm sure some of them are connected. Like, for example, Devil Summoner games and Shin Megami Tensei take place in the same universe as the Persona games. But honestly, like, the Persona games might not even take place in the same universe because, Persona 3, Persona 4, and Persona 5 are referenced so often and have such different controls in the other games that, like, Persona 2 and 1 might not even be in the same universe. And the only reason why Devil Summoner and Shin Megami Tensei are considered in the same universe as the Persona games is because of Persona 1 and 2. Because the Kuzunoha detective agency that is mentioned in that's like the main guy in Devil Summoner is mentioned in Persona 1 and 2, I think. I've only ever played 2. I haven't played 1 yet, but it's mentioned in 2, Innocent Sin. I'm not sure about Eternal Punishment. I also haven't played that. So that's, like, the only reason that people really think that they're in the same universe. But I don't know. I'm not really the type of guy that, like, goes into depth speculating about that stuff. If they're in the same universe, whatever. If they're not, whatever. I'm still gonna play them. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much my entire collection. I also have an Xbox collection. I might do an update on that with the Xbox stuff, but, like, this video is so long already that's, like, I don't know. I might not even do it. Xboxes can be left alone. So yeah, if you somehow made it through all of this, congratulations. I don't know why you did. Unless you're me in the future. Even still, why? I don't know. Just talking to myself at this point. Alright, bye.